not even go near their guns. They just steal the gun. It's horrible. But with blacks, they want to pull. For whatever reason, they just want to pull their gun right out of their holster and then just shoot a black person, which is super fathomly based. But I don't really wish to change it. But yes, the police, they're absolutely occupied by white supremacists, and that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, Pepe, I have to apologize. You're absolutely right. No white people ever get arrested. It's only black people who get shot by the police.
Okay.
I see the wisdom of your words.
Go ahead, Free.
Okay, well, I think that there's a...
Make a Free want to go, Euro, so quick.
Okay.
Trying to get in.
So just answer the question wrong. Yeah, these fuckers are stupid. So I'll send to it. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
appreciate it. I sent it to them pretty much for the rest of the whole week, all the way till about last Monday when the trials first started. Informed these folks faces about the case, what was going to happen. I was the only one that gets the outcome correct. And it was just smashed yesterday, which is good redemption. I mean, they apologized for being assholes to me. They, saw the early ways and kind of gave grace. And I didn't throw it in their faces. I, gave a little bit. The bottom line is that to the topic, yeah, they're fucking stupid because even after acknowledging that, just with those people and pretty much the general demographic that support this guy, Anthony, at this point, they still are trying to figure out what's going on in this case, opposed to accepting the obvious. The fucker was guilty. Like, he was guilty as shit. Like, the police report says it, the witnesses say it, the jury sees it. I mean, everybody sees it. He couldn't even defend him fucking self because that's how bad it was. It was so bad that he could not even make an argument for himself. And I know people say, well, it's best for a defendant not speak for himself. In particular case, it's a rare exception. He needs to, because everything was stacked against him. The only thing that support him is things that have nothing to do with the case. The fucking online myths, the online conspiracy theories. Those are the only things that are support him. The problem is, if you got on stand and try to put that shit out there, they will eat him up. So the bottom line is, these people are incredibly fucking stupid. And when I say stupid, I mean they have the answers to the test and they still fail. That's what stupidity is. Stupidity is when you know it's not the correct answer, but you still don't choose the answer. And Carmelo, he was young, and like a lot of young boys he's young. I should feel sorry for him. I'm laying on this girl. I won't be too long with it. I do sincerely feel sorry for Anthony. I think he was alone under the tent. I think he was alone in the jail. I think he was alone throughout this case. I think he's going to be a lonely boy for the rest of his life, like a lot of us black boys. And the reason I say it because it seemed like he don't have a good support system to show him better ways. And our black community is surrounded by a bunch of dumb fucks who grow up to be big-ass idiots who keep pushing dumb-ass ideas that causes more mental athletes. That's what's going on. So these people are fucking stupid, and when we look at our society, we keep creating more of these type of people. I don't think he learned anything, and unfortunately, he doesn't have a good support system that will make him a better man.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point. And, I keep bringing up the fact that he was asked 15 times.
But yes, the police,
prior to this, by 7
they're absolutely occupied.
He chose to stay in this room and certainly in Clubhouse have this idea that, you should be fighting back no matter what. And
but who are white people to tell a black person to leave? Like, they don't own the space. Like that.
First of all, it has nothing to do with white people or black people.
Oh,
it's
white
just
supremacist. You're a white supremacist. Here's your rule.
No, I'm saying it has to do with you're at a location and several people are asking you to leave. The tent was for a different high school. So that's just factors that have to be taken into account.
Do you think you control black bodies? Is that what it is? You think
There's nothing to do with black versus white. And then the other thing is, unfortunately, I guess Baker's not here anymore, but he did bring up in the Zimmerman case, saying that.
All right. Projection alert! Projection alert!
That's not true. There were cases.
You come from the panel. You come from the panel. That's what.
Considerations that the jury had taken into account. And so,
I mean, their fight was
I know that, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I
not
know,
something.
but the distinction is they keep saying if you put your hands on somebody, you're going to get killed. He didn't touch him. Zimmerman did not touch the guy. The police told him, 911 operator said, stop and leave the area. He was walking away. And what's the guy? At the point at which he got shot, Clay was beating his head against the pavement. The gun fell out. And Zimmerman said, Doc, this. And
That's my point. Was that there was
for his life.
that's my point. There was a physical struggle. So I'm just saying it wasn't true when the person said that there wasn't any blows, there wasn't any violence. There was a physical struggle, and so that changes the nature of the case, and the prosecution had to disprove self-defense beyond a reasonable doubt. So that's where the trouble comes, because given the facts of the case, the burden is on the prosecution to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there wasn't a self-defense. And that's what makes it difficult, because even if you think likely, doubt about the possibility that self-defense was involved.
Do you think Carmelo felt like he wasn't being respected? You think his emotions were out of control? I mean, this could go on for weeks because people on this app are retarded. And this conversation has been happening for months now since the original incident. I'm not saying tomorrow I'm not going to read a book and not enjoy or join in these stupid conversations. But the fact of the matter is this kid should be executed. He is a killer. He shouldn't get 35 years. He should get the electric chair. And all the killers in America throughout the whole country should be eliminated, because this country is $40 trillion in debt, and spending $100,000 a year to house murderers is insanity. It's stupid, and it benefits private prison corporations. So fuck them. Execute them all immediately. Oh.
Just put them all on a big cruise liner and then have the cruise liner mysteriously disappear in the Bermuda Triangle. Problem solved.
But the
Bermuda Triangle, then you feed the conspiracy theorists are happy. People, the prison system is now relieved of this financial burden, and everybody's happy. What's the problem?
Well, look at Ireland with that piece of shit Sudanese that tried to bat his neighbor while he was helping him move in. We have terrorism in this country. We have black terrorism in this country. Sometimes we have white terrorism, but mostly we have all black terrorism. How is this not terrorism? In Chicago, 30 people every weekend get murdered with guns. How is that not terrorism? How do we not deploy the army in every major city where there's massive crime? Why is 1,000 deaths every? Oh, it's because they're all black, and it would be racist to snuff them out for murdering us and murdering themselves. We live in a liberal Democrat woke mind virus. It is terrorism. We are living with black terrorists. This app proves we live amongst black terrorists. Isaac Hayes, fan base, that man is a black terrorist, a liar, a fraudster. They're everywhere. They are racists. They project their racism onto the fake structural white racism. It's all lies. It's all political. And, we have to call it for what it is. Domestic terrorism.
Yeah, so there's no evidence that the Anthony case was terrorism on any level. It was a murder.
It was a murder, but if you accept the idea of weaponized immigration, then point, but
No, why don't you just explain it? How is it terrorism?
How is it terrorism? You have a government that cooperates with foreign countries. They allow people into their country that they know are culturally incompatible and have different ways of dealing with conflict. And what happens when those different cultures meet and clash? You have a high trust culture going up against a low trust culture, and you get a Sudanese who's literally gouging at the guy. He was trying to saw away at his victim's neck.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Okay,
Literally.
that is, and when you consider that is a
The Anthony case.
no.
I'm saying the analog is in Europe with the Islamic terrorists raping and murdering Europeans. How is that any different from black Americans raping and murdering white people at scale? It's domestic terrorism.
You got cut off. You talking about the case? Which case?
The one in Belfast.
Oh, okay.
The Sudanese.
Okay, I thought you guys were talking about the Anthony case.
No.
No, the Anthony case is not terrorism.
No.
Yes, it is. It is terrorism. When you murder somebody, it's terrorism. Is it not, Euro?
No,
It's at scale in this country.
That's why we have two different types.
There were 6 black people that just recently murdered 2 white people, burned them to death, raped them, slaughtered them. That's terrorism, you fucking Canadian faggot. You fucking Canadian pussy.
I have
You fucking
Canadian pussy is to induce fear. And
to induce fear to accomplish some type of objective, political, religious.
Correct. All right. And it is targeted against civilians. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of all of these attacks on white people? You have people on the app who are demonstrating that they clearly don't like white people. I mean, so we understand that. As to the objective is, I would say, it's to use the umbrella term, it's restorative justice. In the past, white people terrorized black people. That was the point of the KKK, was to induce fear. The point of the N-word was that black people person and some white person said the N-word, you didn't know if you were about to be the next victim. Okay? So it's certainly inducing fear. The objective is to induce fear in white people, and they're attacking civilians. I mean, I just watched a video today. This gives me the opportunity to bring it up. There's a veteran and his wife sitting at a bus stop. Now, keep in mind, the veteran has a knife on his belt. This black guy comes up, films himself. He walks up to the white guy and punches him in the face because he says, you were on the jury, Carmelo Anthony's jury. And the wife is like, no, you're not. And the white guy, he's an elderly man. This is a young black guy's like, you better run away because I'm going to stick you. And I think that given that we have now learned that black people, if you even touch them, they're justified in stabbing you. I think, yeah, some black guy comes up, selflessly defended the actions of Carmelo Anthony. What we expect from you to say is, yeah, he's an anomaly. We don't support that. That was dumb. He should fry. He's like people like Freed who said, yeah, he was guilty. Sure. Until black people start getting some common sense, the rest of the world is going to view you as stupid animals.
It is. I don't see how you can't see it as domestic terrorism at scale. I'm looking for the link, but these 6 black people slaughtered these 2 white people, young couple, burned their bodies, desecrated them. The police department needed to hire psychiatrists for the police officers because it was so gruesome. And they got grins on their faces and their mugs. So you tell me that's not terrorism? We are living in a very fucked up society right now. This app, it blows my mind that the founders of this app, those faggots that run this piece of shit app, don't ever go into black spaces and listen to the insanity. In the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, everything is hyper politicized and ideological. We're back to the Jim Crow laws now. These people are domestic terrorists, political liars, and fraudsters, and they are killing us. There's going to be pushback eventually. I think the U.S. needs to deploy the United States Army and the Marines to the top 100 cities, remove every illegal alien in this country, over 20 million people, and put down any rabid dogs that resist. We are entering into a very dangerous time when it's fucked up, but we need real results. Otherwise, this country is going to collapse culturally and financially. We're paying $1 trillion a year now in interest. It's only growing. When it grows so much, there will be no more services. There will be no more payouts. The system is broken.
We need what's that guy? Buchanan? We need a Buchanan type.
In this country, which is a military fascist government. It's unfortunate that we have to go that far, but we've reached the tipping point where we cannot continue to allow our people to be massacred at scale. A young 18-year-old girl here in Chicago was murdered by a 25-year-old Venezuelan, shot in the fucking face. And where's the outcry? People are crying about the bike lanes in Chicago. Nobody cares about the illegal aliens slaughtering our young people. We are in a war in this country, and I wish Donald Trump would wake the fuck up and say, we're not going to do this anymore. We're deploying the military throughout the country, and we're taking our country back. Fuck Iran, withdraw, and come back here where the problem's at, in our cities, and crush them. Crush our enemies in this country with vigor and military supremacy. Put up guard towers in the ghettos with snipers. If they shoot at the tower, it's over. This bullshit has to end.
But do you realize you're suggesting it's not constitutional?
Allie, I think we all understand that. Sure.
Yeah, but just,
This is harassing us.
but that is strictly civil aspects of the society.
Conservatives making this university, but the bottom line is I can be saying I have shit a lot of sense paper and as a black person, and of course, cultural, etc. I think a lot of the people in our culture and society are not privy to some of the information we watch. They look at social media, see what fucking is going on, white people being killed, and it doesn't register the same way it registers a lot of us, because we see the patterns they don't. And if you see the patterns, more justification in December. There was an acquisition, I believe, of us in some of the networks. And Elon Musk bought Twitter I think there's people watching and see what's going on. Powerful people, most people that they be aware there's going to be change. Because George Soros and people on that side who's doing what they're doing to kind of create this culture of chaos. Then there's other people in powerful places who are trying to be counter to them. I should understand that in order for Trump and any other powerful person to kind of make the transition that needs to happen, it cannot be over. The reason why, because people push back. People, a lot of people are plugged up. You need them to kind of be on this side because you don't want to run wrong that big. This will cause like a real civil war with bodies. And I know something really needs to happen, but I feel like I don't think we're there just yet. I feel like we are approaching it because people on the right are being radicalized. Okay. Society who are elected the right channels and all these chiefs and mayors and councils and all that shit because we need people in power, position of power to actually execute on what needs to happen in our society. So you look at cities like Miami or pretty much the state of cities, those city councils and mayors and shit, these people are fucking nuts. And they can operate in red cities because the blue people are pushing them in those positions and they get to pretty much run amok. But we need to be adamant about changing that dynamic. And I don't want to be long with it because I want to like clear out a plan. But you guys know what I'm saying. It's short. We have to do our part, is what I'm trying to say. It's going to come a time where what I'm trying to say is well, it's so controversial. I don't want nobody to die. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I just don't want people to die. And I do feel like when we defend ourselves against these fucking lunatics, and that's perfectly fine. I think what's going to happen with a lot of these January 6th didn't look good because I understand the frustration of the people because they felt like it was robbery. Like that was everybody's because they did not help you begin with the vote poll. That's what I'm saying. We got to go about it smart because the news is not on our side. That's all I'm trying to say.
You triggered Rob here, I think, maybe. Going on, Rob?
Man, come on. You don't even talk to me disrespectfully, brother. I got a rare off night. Nobody triggered me. I'm just talking to y'all. It's a free talking out. And we all come on every day.
Rob Gulati, do you think that Carmelo Anthony supporters are stupid?
You're stupid. But
I was asking if supporters of Carmelo are stupid, not if I'm stupid. I know I'm retarded. Hello?
No, I think you're stupid. So again, for the record, my name is Galat. But
come back in finals.
yeah, ever. But outside of that, I don't know if anybody was in the room with me today. Like, I don't know if anybody's even really heard me talk about it.
Yeah, I heard it all, Rob Gulati.
Tell people.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a fucked up case in a lot of situations because it's ultimately these were some young kids. Somebody lost their life. The other one's about to go to prison for 35 years. It's not a win on either side. From the jump, when I first started hearing about this case, that's what I was saying on Clubhouse. This is not a win for us as black folks. This ain't some type of martyr situation for white folks. Yeah, so like when I hear certain rhetoric, like I was hearing when I came. That's number one. And the fact that y'all, nobody even pushed back on, the guy calling for a fascist regime in the United States of America.
We live in a fascist regime already. What are you talking about? We're living with domestic terrorists.
Defended the action. As much as I dislike Trump, we're not living in a fascist regime.
Oh, really? June isn't LGBTQ month? That's not an extremist thing? Brainwash our children to make them all queer? Oh, they kicked me.
Yeah, like, y'all's obsession. And another thing, y'all's obsession with them gay folks, man, is kind of weird. I think a lot of people are actually more closeted gays than they'll ever admit.
He's probably right.
Because, like,
he's probably right. Rockwell is gay.
I'm a parent of 3. Like, monitor what your fucking kids watching if you that concerned about that. Like, y'all need to. That, man, like, this case, like, the reality is, when we talk about self-defense in Texas, if anybody's read the facts of this case, the reason why the self-defense claim ends up not working is because of a simple statement: touch me and see what happens. Had he not said those words, he would still be doing some time. He more than likely sees an involuntary a negligent homicide, maybe a manslaughter charge. I think that it's rough because it's like, we know that this ain't a kid that's coming from a traditional background that most kids that his age go to prison. I get that, which is why a lot of people on that side is inflamed, about upset. This ain't like the supposed young dude that's out there thugging at 16, 17. But unfortunately, man, like, this is what happened. I mean, there's arguments that can be made that it was an unfair trial in certain cases, and you'll see what the appeal process say. If y'all, if y'all believe in justice like y'all claim,
Absolutely not. Who does?
That's what I'm saying. If they believe in it like they claim they do, then you let the appeals process do its job. Like, historically, and for good reason, Black Americans don't trust the justice system. Doesn't feel like it works fairly.
It seems like you do.
I don't trust the justice
So
system.
my question is this, though.
I don't.
In terms
But
of
I know that in this situation, it's important for us to kind of look at the facts and not put our own opinions on it.
He's not innocent. You should never stab anyone, regardless of anything.
I didn't say he was innocent. I don't think he's innocent.
People jumping and come at somebody and attacking them, where you are so much bigger than them, or whatever it is. This Austin Metcalf kid, he's so great that he has to go confront people. I'm not saying he deserves to die. I don't. My question is this: don't paint him as some fucking martyr or some good kid, because you don't go and you don't antagonize the situation. So what?
Who's
Did you hear what I said? Hey, listen, you get the fuck out of here.
Ain't nobody saying this shit.
We're gonna fuck you up. Me and my 6'5" cousin. We're gonna fuck you up if you don't fucking leave from this place. What the fuck?
So, just like people think you guys are stupid. Like, it's not,
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
Why? Because he didn't belong in it.
Yeah, they didn't.
Stop talking, ghost.
Yeah, you gotta stop talking. This room is about facts. Like, what is real? What you said is not real.
You're saying that y'all is talking all of this. You need to, if a black person speak to you wrong, you need to shoot them. Man, I'm not living like that, man.
Person's never done that. I've never done that.
Alan, are you?
You didn't say that,
You
Rob.
didn't say that shit.
No, I didn't say that.
I always agree with people.
Hey, brother, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, I can't communicate.
They're absolutely unequal.
Man, y'all, but Alan, you advocating for some shit that you ain't on. Brother, you 70-something years old, man. You
You can also leave the same button. It's your turn. You can
So trying to respond to him. You 6 foot 4 dumbass. Shut up.
You know, man, fuck you, Howard.
Yeah, Ron.
I can't.
Ron, I'm trying to answer
The shit that you said earlier,
I
man,
said
fuck you.
that. Black community, by and large, has supported and defended Carmelo when any other objective outside observer that is human would look at that interaction and say it was unreasonable and that Carmelo provoked him. It provoked the pushing, and then from the pushing and then objective. This is what I have been trying to communicate for 3 years. What the black
Provoke someone to
call
provoke someone to heal.
He was provoked. He was provoked into pulling a knife out to defend himself. Get away from me! Get away from me!
It's just a clubhouse talking to her. I ain't speak for anybody.
I am
For your motherfucking.
As you know, the subject of the seminar is problems of meditation. Says is fucked up. And if you continue to do it, you will continue to suffer at your own hands. White people aren't doing shit to you. You're doing white people yourself.
You don't. To all you white folks on this stage, you motherfuckers are right. It's nothing that you can do. It's nothing that you can do to black Americans. The issue, I'm going to stress this. I'm going to stress this. The issue that people have is how the justice system distributes so-called injustice in the law. In cases like this, there's a case in Denton County. For the record, and let me say this: I actually don't think Carmelo is innocent. I understand. Get out, man. He ain't gonna come home to a life that he could have led. So no, I'm not. I don't think it's a good thing for him. But that don't mean that I think he's innocent. But let me tell you this: when people like to compare cases, there's a case in a county that's literally right next to that county, Denton County, in that area. There's a reason why people look at these things and question it. How 2 white boys stab a young guy or a black dude, and they end up with a negligent homicide, and one ends up with a probation. People could look at those things and say, "Hey, man,
he said, I can fix
this is problematic."
problem in
We can look at like the sentencing and crack and cocaine sentencing. Nobody's saying that these people don't deserve to go to jail. People are saying that the comparison, when you talk about their white counterparts, it's a stat that's out there that's proven by the FBI. It's proven by every major fucking crime. I mean, any reputable. As a white person commits, convicted at a higher rate. That's just what it is. And ain't nobody like for y'all to try to act like that shit don't happen.
Yeah, well then don't commit more crimes.
No, Alan, this it's not about committing more.
I take myself over numbers. Rob's different me. My thing is this: I don't care who you are as a person. Free will. Be yourself, man. Why the fuck are you blaming someone else? Why is it that poor poor white people in certain counties and poor black people, whoever they are, they rely on someone else who tell them something to do something with their lives. I can drive out of the city and see a fucking town that is fucking decimated from tariffs, from diesel prices, from the bankruptcies. I see this shit, man. I live in the fucking Midwest. Stop acting like these Republicans have done anything for you. They're your constituents. They have done nothing. Some places you don't fucking live. You have no interest in your own red district. 9 out of the top 10 poorest states are led by Republicans. It is a fact. 9 out of the top 10 poorest fucking states. The unhealthy, the uneducated. And you're focused on the wrong thing. Focus on your own district. Get those motherfuckers out of there who have no interest. They're building AI data centers in your counties. They're taking over your farms. Bill Gates is buying farms up. So is BlackRock. So is J.D. Vance's company. They're buying these farms up because they don't give a fuck about you. They want to pin you against me. I don't give a fuck. Who are you? You can hate me. I don't care. You make nothing I promise you. I lose nothing from you hating me. My life is great. And will always be good, regardless of who's president. My question is this. What are you voting for? How does it bring this country together? How do you look at everything else and, set aside certain things in your morals? That's all I'm saying, bro.
Hey, Rob.
Brother's points that he just made, because he made some amazing points.
You're on stage.
Made some amazing points.
So you realize that black people kill more white people than white people kill
There we
black
go,
people.
man. Is that what
Again, I'm a stress to you. I'm a stress to you guys. I'm a stress to you guys. You didn't hear me bring up any.
I gotta mute you, man, because I'm talking. I don't know what's going on in this place.
Man, I don't give a fuck about all that shit, man. It's a free damn talking app.
Okay, well, I guess you don't want to know what you're doing, Rob, tonight. But anyways, we're doing a pretty bad job of killing you off. I mean, I don't understand where you're getting this idea that white supremacists and white people are out to hunt you down and kill you and do all this weird shit to you when you're obviously killing us more than we are killing of you. I mean, you gotta explain that if you.
It's really wild.
Let me say that I can't speak for anybody anymore.
You
can't
speak.
Black community. Hold on. Any more than you can speak for all of these redneck racists that go around spewing idiots. I'm a part of the black community, and I'm telling y'all that we don't care. We don't care about because Americans kill Americans.
No, that's not how that is.
Yeah.
No.
And largely,
people are getting killed.
If you can find me a study that shows black people are going out killing those white people simply because they're white, I shut the fuck up.
Well, that's what the data is showing.
That's not what the data is showing.
Yes, it is. That's
not what the data is showing.
Rob,
why did you guys grossly overlook what that brother Yo? And Matt, where did you hear me say anything about white people killing people though? I'm talking about how justice is served. That's where the anger is at.
Yeah. Are killing
you people are trying to push a narrative that's not happening.
So I got that.
You're not oppressed. You're not oppressed.
You're not oppressed.
You a clown.
You can't
you a clown because I didn't say any of that. Number one.
I know, but
I didn't say any of that, so I don't have to address any of that. You're bringing something up that wasn't said.
It doesn't matter. I'm bringing it up.
No,
guess what?
You're addressing me, but you guys, it look like y'all removed Yo when he asked why y'all don't say.
So I'm bringing it up. You didn't bring it up because I'm bringing it up. That's how.
Because you're gonna deflect. Because nobody even brought that up.
It's time for me to make a point. You can't defend what
nobody. Man, I can't defend people killing people. I can't.
I can't. We're gonna spend the whole time trying to get through the Rob what's going on here. Okay, it's not people killing people. It's shows, Rob.
What's the day?
Hold on, Alan. I mean, what's going on the stage?
I don't understand how is it that you expect, and this is what is weird about white Americans. You guys expect us to answer for the entirety of things that have nothing to do with us, but you guys couldn't do the same. If I was to ask you a question about anything related to whiteness, you guys would do that. I cannot defend black people killing white people for no reason. I can't.
No,
I won't.
Yeah, and I'm asking.
I won't.
Did you even hear my question?
I won't. You're asking questions that can't be answered because you're trying to play stupid.
Can't be answered.
You're showing yourself to be one of those white people who aren't as intelligent as they think they are.
Rob, you don't want a conversation.
Hey, Joe, you shut your bitch ass up. You a Mexican caping for white folks.
So check this out.
They seen your bitch.
Where blacks are killing the white people more than the white people are killing the blacks. We're doing a really bad job of being those white supremacists.
Wouldn't that make sense though? If you're claiming, since you know that this is a white supremacist country, wouldn't it make sense that the minority? No, you're saying that. I'm going by your words because you didn't hear me say that. You didn't hear me say that.
You saying it on the app the whole time.
You didn't hear me say that. You hear me say that white supremacy exists in this country. You hear me say that. You hear me say that the American justice system is our actual enemy. You hear me say that we give white people far too much credit because the bulk of y'all ain't shit.
But
the bulk of y'all are broke as fuck.
We're doing a bad job. If white supremacists want you guys gone,
because y'all don't have any power. The power that you guys do have is used through legislation.
You can't say that we're white supremacists.
No, you as a suggested
before, so we can make it.
Let me ask you another question. Are these black people that are killing white people, are they getting off from
Well, you still have to.
Are they getting off from us?
You still have to. Yeah, the competition have to run. Yeah.
We're gonna work on.
What did he get off for?
We're working on.
You talking about the one that was in North Carolina?
The kid. He was in a horrible country. What you see it on this neighborhood that weeks ago. Why is it that you're killing us more than we're killing you?
Because it's a white supremacist country. You're the majority. So if you're assuming that you're correct, the majority being the people who are causing the oppression, what would happen? People would flash back in your case, in your thought process. That would be the only time people in reality in you can't get out to be found for hate crimes for any more life. It's a situation that just happened in my city. A white guy's son is carjacked. The white guy tries to chase down the people that carjacked. He ended up getting killed. That's a fucked up situation. You feel me? They gonna go to prison for the rest of their life as they should. They're not gonna pick the deal with them.
So they ask you, why is it
Because it's not a hate crime. It's not a hate crime. Man, let's not, like me, you've been on stage long. First, I was on top of the that's not for it. You know what fucking hate crime is. This is what I said earlier.
teenagers. This was teenagers getting into it. Everyone is impulse control. He killed the other teenager. This wasn't a situation of Carmelo going over there saying, I want to hurt a white boy. This isn't a situation of Carmelo coming over there and Metcalf saying, I want to beat up a black kid. Like this, y'all are wrong. And I'm saying this to my people. Hold on, Matt, you're in room. You think PhD room all day. I see your weak ass coming. You talk about how I had common sense in this case. So don't get on this stage and try to play. That's why I'm like, so first making a lot of my people understand that. And I got the mom and over the fucking things. The unhealthy, the uneducated. So I was obsession. Enough. Did you hear what yeah, but then as you guys are trying to spin something that's not happening, why did y'all ignore what that brother Yo was talking about?
I didn't even know Yo was talking and talking. I didn't know.
No, he made some astute points.
Okay, tell me one of them.
He made points about rural hospitals being closed.
Okay.
With school closures. He asked why are red states the poorest states and the least educated and the worst educated states.
And what is your question? Why is that?
I think because it's a lack of attention to rural areas. I think that white Americans largely will vote against their own interests, especially rural white Americans. I'll give you an example.
The rural hospital, there's a bill in Congress dealing with rural hospitals, and it is coming out of the Problem Solvers Caucus, which is 28 Democrats and 28 Republicans. It's a bipartisan bill.
Problem solving talk. Doctors, here comes Abby, the Democrat lawyer.
Bullshit for that to happen.
Well, actually, it happened not in this cycle. That's been going on for quite some time. The different legislation about
Then
it.
why are they being cut then?
I'm telling you that
Why
you have
they
to.
being
It's
cut?
going through the Appropriations Committee in Congress, so you'd have to ask.
So it hasn't been passed then yet.
No, there was something passed. There's additional legislation. They're still
I got a
trying to
9-minute heart out. I'm not listening to this retard all night. I'm going to go read a book and go to bed.
Because the money comes from
The
Congress.
Rob Gulati show is not very entertaining and not very enlightening or intelligent. This is the Rob Gulati show.
Yes, but she could probably tell you the status
So
of appropriations
to
on
be
that.
clear, are you saying that this is already
Yes, there was legislation in the last Congress.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Abby. Thanks for sharing me and educating me about the
Sand polishing. What I was saying, the real thing of what I wanted to get at about rural, because I wanted to use
Yeah,
this
I
example.
wanted to address that because you brought up those 2 points. Yeah, they're the least educated and what is it? Have the least amount of money, but they're also the happiest. Between Republicans and Democrats have more mental diseases, more emotional issues, and Republicans don't. Overall, they're happier. You know why? Because they stopped trying to suck the government's dick, saying, hey, give me money, give me money,
give me more money.
Don't give me money, then I won't be happy. That government money to be happy. They take care of themselves, whether they've got a 9th grade education or a college education, whether they're
reason question and his 9 points.
Explain why we've been told for years, oh, stop being high school dropouts. You don't have an education. You'll never be any. Like, stop playing. Man, look, the idea, we could go by some stats that say that Republicans are happier. I would say this. It's more likely. I would say that it's this. It's more likely that if you live in a big city, you're going to face depression type issues. But I would argue that it's for different type of reasons, because the human brain is not designed for the world that we live in. You're dealing with things like, you don't factor in traffic. Like, those little small things can lead to big things like
traffic is causing the depression.
You see higher rates of mental health issues.
5 minutes.
People are on top of each other. Alan, aren't you from New York?
No, I'm from Massachusetts.
Well, you're from
Or you want to come here and ask questions that you could Google?
To hire part-time doctors and nurses. They were actually killing people. Thank you, Democrats. Thank you. Democrats don't give a
shit. The logic of being somebody from Massachusetts moving to California, the most powerful Democratic state in America.
What about purple states, Rob? What about purple? What about purple states?
I'm just saying, look at the logic of saying that you're from Massachusetts, and then you move to the stronghold of the Democratic Party, which is California,
Maybe
only
not
to
for
complain
long.
about Democrats.
What about purple states, Rob? What about a state like Pennsylvania?
Well,
You're going to say Pennsylvania, which is purple. What are you going to say? Their education system is one of the best in the country, so and it's purple as a state. So
I live in a purple city.
So
I live in a purple city. My logic, because I was cut off, my logic was going to more so what Yo was talking about, how you guys widely ignore. I never hear you guys talk about the issues that your own people face.
And this is their own people with the question.
3 minutes.
You tell me to get off the Democratic plantation and vote for Republicans. And then I look at all the Republican statistics, because Oklahoma's ranked 50th in education, bro. That's a fucking red state, and it's red as fuck.
Yo,
when I say red, it is red as fuck. But I'm saying this though, California, I know, man, but California has the 4th highest GDP in the world. You know that, right?
A lot of homeless in California. Yeah, a lot of homeless.
How are those education stats determined? Yeah.
Well, I mean, based off of literacy rates, right?
Okay.
Oklahoma is pretty red. I'm telling you.
What's the Oklahoma?
There's no red city.
Hey, Beaver, why don't you use the state that you went to high school in?
There are no blue cities in Oklahoma, brother. If that's what you get.
What's the homeless situation in Oklahoma versus California?
Is overwhelmingly poor.
They have homeless there?
You don't dare. And guess what?
They have a homeless problem there? Like they have in California?
No. Listen.
2 minutes.
More people, idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
She is an idiot.
A lot of homeless in California.
Duh, because there are way more people there.
Tell me about the homeless problem in Oklahoma.
Beaver, were you
What I'm telling you about is what's happening in Oklahoma.
She's going to ask 3 times. How many more times is Abby going to ask?
If you look at
They kicked you.
there's other reasons that people don't want to address for the education discrepancy.
You could go, you seem like a person that can read. I could do the research for you. I'm out tonight. But if you look at areas, whether it's a blue state, red state, if you're in a zip code,
1 minute. The Rob Gulati Show is coming to an end.
You're probably gonna have better schools. It's really that simple.
It's really that simple every time.
That's how it
You
works.
love to say that. It's really that simple.
With education in America on both sides. Like one of the points I
don't even think Rob Gulati is black. He's probably like Puerto Rican, maybe a mix biracial.
State legislators, the big issue over school vouchers, right? So you
is he? I think I've seen his Instagram actually.
Led by Tellerico, people like that were lock in step with the rural red Republicans. They were lock in step.
Well, I
remember the whole thing about Texas.
Yeah, that's what I came off responding to, man.
Oh shit, Rob Gulati don't like my military deployment idea. That's it. We hit it. It's the end of the Rob Gulati Show. They will go on for hours tonight talking about their bullshit. They will not stop. They will be on Clown House for hours talking forever, endlessly. They love the sound of their voice. It's like birds chirping in a tree.